It's been a very exciting journey so far with UX India 2025. We have a lot of speakers coming on the ground, taking a lot of insight. We in UX India, all people on the floor are getting so much energized with the knowledge that's flowing out. We have people coming across a different part of the world. We have today Gabriel and Tyler. Thank you so much joining us here. They're the part of the SAP team in research, of course, but it is an opportunity for us to host you in India. At the same time, we have a lot of questions related to how things are changing in the world of research. In SAP, how are you adapting? And that's why we called you here.
Okay, no pressure.
We love questions.
That's great, because usually you ask questions. This is the time you have to answer this question. Okay.
I always ask the questions I never answer the questions, so I'm like, oh, no pressure.
Now you have to answer.
Oh no. Okay, we're ready. Do your worst.
Okay. So today, Tyler, I remember you were talking things up there, and you just have completed your session there. First of all, let's start understanding, how do you find this UX India 25 vibe?
I love it. I really like the location, and every single year the people are super, super nice. So that goes without saying, because the UX India crowd is fabulous. But Hyderabad is my favorite city in India, so I'm very happy we're in Hyderabad.
That's great. Gabriel?
No, I'm having a blast. I mean, it's I feel so lucky to be here, and like Tyler mentioned, like everyone, it's so amazing, and it feels also so nice to see a lot of people that watched us last year coming back, and wanting to talk to us. So it feels a little bit like it was my first time in India last year, and now it's the second time, and I'm like feeling every time a little bit more at home in India, which feels like, my home is getting bigger. So it's just a great feeling.
That's great. That's great. And I think we are also talking second time on the camera, and that's a good platform that we also have UX India here. Similarly, if you want to, I mean, you are talking, you're going across world talking with your users. I would like to know, how do you see how this design maturity in India you are seeing from the global lens?
What we have been seeing from our company perspective is that there's a lot of hiring happening in India right now. So I'm like, I mean, this is like happy and sad news. I'm like changing my teams. So I am like going out to a new team. So we're gonna have to think how we're gonna be collaborating. We're gonna have coffee calls for sure. We have the coffee calls. Everyone knows we like coffee calls. But I'm really excited that my new team, for example, will have 2 new Indian researchers, and I'm so happy that I can also be here, better understand them, and be exchanging with them. So I feel like there's a big market growing now for new jobs. So
yeah,
Your version.
I agree that the market in India is growing, and it's really cool to see UX research specifically grow in India. The thing that I'm seeing is that the researchers in India are learning to shift their mindsets a little bit, because like 6-7 years back, they had a little trouble. I noticed like breaking outside of like the directives of their executives. They'd be like, go research exactly this. Here's the research prompt. And they would go, okay. And they would give you exactly that. But now what I'm seeing is they're pushing back, and they're pushing boundaries, and they're taking the research into their own hands. And an executive might give them a directive, and they'll be like, cool, I'm going to interpret that how I need to interpret it, because research is kind of squishy and needs to, subject to interpretation. And they'll deliver the insights that the business needs rather than what the business is asking for. And that's the maturity that I want to keep seeing the Indian researchers pushing. And I'm like very excited, because it's happening, and I see it, and it's very cool.
Must be having certain expectations from them, because now you already mentioned they're already doing a lot of things. What's your expectations from them now?
Keep killing it. I don't know. They're doing great. So just keep pushing boundaries and keep challenging people, and like pushing back with executives, because design, UX, research, we all have to push back and kind of take seats at the table. And people don't necessarily know what they need from design because they don't understand design, right? So I want to see the UX folks in India kind of take control, grab the seat at the table, and be the bosses that they're meant to be.
That's great. Okay. And this year we have a theme of AI, entrepreneurship, and design as a total combination of the flavor. So where I also need need to know your insight. Especially there are many companies rushing towards AI. Okay, I need to know. I mean, with a truly understanding with the user expectations, right? How we actually can bridge this gap of AI and experience design, or maybe you can say user experience.
Yes, well, like we've mentioned in our talk, we are not AI solutionists. So we want to focus in the user's real needs and pains. And I think AI can be awesome, but we should also be taking consideration other technologies as well. So I think that's like, we don't want to just like cool use cases. Like also Tyler mentioned in our talk, we want to see something that is actually helping the end users. So I think that's my nugget.
Yeah.
You take it away.
No, exactly what you said. We want to be helping the users because nothing's going to make money if you're not solving a problem. So rather than starting with a technology, which I think a lot of companies are doing, they're like, we have AI, let's smush it into our product. Whatever happens, happens. People will pay for it. Rather than doing that, we need to be asking, what are the problems? And maybe AI is the solution, just like Abby said, but starting with the problems, because that's where you're going to drive business value. People will pay for their problems to be solved.
Absolutely. I mean, AI is one of the tools. I mean, we've seen transitions in the technologies, design to experience design to research to everything that's changing things. I think AI is also one of the tools that is just groomed in. Of course, it is going to stay. It will definitely help us wrapping up the things faster. But when you said other tools, other technologies, especially Gabby, you said about it.
Yeah.
So what are those other tech?
I mean, computing, the power of computing, like, So
Yeah.
that's what I mean about that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, Gabby, you are working on multilingual aspects. You have championed 5 different languages across things. I would like to hear something about this. I mean, how this is changing the approach, matching the unique asset for you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my superpower. That's what I'm like proud of. I used to be a UX designer, and when I was transitioning to UX research, I was looking into my skills. And as a designer, speaking multiple languages doesn't make of a difference, but like as a researcher, it does bring difference into the table. So we did had situations where we had interview subjects that they couldn't speak English fluently. So it's always makes it research much more inclusive. Besides, I'm also pretty proud that I've had a fellowship in Shanghai this year.
Wow.
So I've lived in China for 10 weeks. So I'm like India last year was the first time I was in Asia. Now I am like, understanding more about like the Chinese market as well. And then of course I'm originally from Brazil, so I know South America, and living in Germany now for 16 years. I understand a lot about German culture and have a lot of like friends. So my tip is also like have a diverse group of friends. Like when I'm like recruiting, I'm not only recruiting for interviews, I'm like also like the friends I have around me, they all have like different backgrounds, different cultures, different languages.
Absolutely.
And just by living that, you can understand so much like different ways of like perceiving reality. And that mind maybe sound like that's like not maybe the urgent background of like business priority, but it does make a small difference that has like a huge impact. And so that's a subject that I'm personally very passionate about it. So Tyler knows.
Yeah. This is why she brings so much richness to our research. We had an emergency situation. We were doing an interview with a user in Mexico, and we had like been emailing in English. So I was like, I'll run the interview in English, no problem. We get on, and it's immediately apparent that he is not very comfortable with English. So I Slack Gabby in the background. I'm like, please run it in Spanish. I know you're not like, you weren't planning on doing the interview. Run it in Spanish. And she goes, go. And she just jumps right in. She just ran this whole interview in Spanish. I have no idea what happened, but she said it was good. So, but she doesn't give herself enough credit. This is like an amazing superpower. Very underrated.
You know, and I mean, and also, no, man, just thank you to you that you allowed me to use my superpower, because I think this is your superpower. You really leverage the best of everyone that you work with, and you're like elevating everyone. So thank you to you.
So actually, language is definitely gives us power to understand the entire ecosystem. Okay, and that's where we will be able to understand culture, the thought process, where they came from, what are the touch points that they are going to have, be it digital, physical, and that helps us check their pulse. And that is, I think, being a very fundamental aspect. Language helps us to get that, pulse of it. I've asked you two questions. One is about the foundational part, which is because the language that you are getting a championship on this. And I asked you one question about the AI. I want to see, because you're in the industry, 9 years, 5 years, maybe you will have 6 years. You will definitely have next 20 years at least in line. What do you see with AI, with other technologies, other tech, where will design industry will lead, and what's your thought about?
Man.
I think that AI is a tool like any other tool. And if you take history, let's say, like when man started like working with fire, right? Like we didn't dominated fire and we burned ourselves, like we burned forests maybe. So it's like, but then if you know how to use this tool, there was a huge potential, and like to bring us where we are right now. And I feel like I always, every time I'm talking about like a new technology, I get back to this because it's so fundamental in like every tool that we are learning. And you see, how technology has been, developing. And in every case, there is like a really positive benefit, but there's also a lot of danger there. And that's why we want to always focus in the needs. We always want to focus on the pains, because that drives us in leading, use cases that are like best in class, and it will actually makes people's lives better. So I think that's why we want to get back to this core. And so, just to go back, but I think we're living in an exciting time, but we really need to be watching out about like the consequences and like how we are using this tool. Because if you're like asking something to AI and you're not thinking twice, and we're just getting an answer, are you really exercising your brain to have our unique? Because like we are like, like unique positioned, our brain to like look into things that like even beyond AI. So if I may have an ask for everyone that's excited about AI, before you use an AI tool, before you make a prompt, think what would be the answer from your brain. Don't wait for and then you look at the prompt. And then for me, when I'm using AI tools, it's always like a conversation. I use nuggets of it. I've never used the full thing because my brain, I am taking care of my brain in the first place, And that's exactly when I'm like not afraid that AI is going to take jobs, because I'm taking care of like my
Intelligence.
human intelligence in the first place.
Your HI. I think you've inspired me. You've helped me build my answer. Because I was like, I don't know, but I want to build off of this and go in a little bit of a different direction.
Go for it.
But we're user experience people, and we've always been the champions of the users. And I feel like it's our job to like advocate for like the user's best interest, right? We're all about like do no harm. We always like talk about how bad dark design is. And I feel like moving into the future as AI starts to become more and more prevalent, I feel like it's going to be the duty of the UX professionals to really be advocating for ethical AI as we move forward. Gabby touched on it during our presentation, but
Very important.
the technologists, they get really excited because it's, you know, maybe they don't see too far ahead, or maybe they're really excited by what's in front of them of like the art of the possible, right? They're like, oh, what can we make? And they're pushing technological boundaries. But for the UX folks, I think we're uniquely positioned to see where there can be harm done to the user. And it's going to be on us to vocalize this and really, really advocate for protecting the users. So it's going to be less user experience and more user protection. And we're going to have to be the champions of that.
One favorite question,
Oh, no.
followed up. A favorite question of UX researcher.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll like it.
Yeah, you love it.
Good.
But the answer is tough.
Ooh.
Given a magic wand, if you,
Okay. We love the magic wand.
Yeah.
what that tool look like to you for UX researcher?
What would the tool look like?
Or what kind of experience that feel to you for UX researcher, which will give you quick answers, quick things going out. The system will do the interviews, they will empathize with the human. Is it something really possible, done? Given a magic wand, man, I mean, come on,
Yeah.
blow your creativity.
I want to do the interviews. I like doing interviews, but I feel like for me at least, the way I do interviews kind of deviates from maybe what you're taught that you're supposed to do as a researcher. So like interviewing always depends on the answers you're getting and like the tone and the needs of the participant and the feelings of the participant. I don't think AI can read that and get the correct answers, because sometimes we've had this. You'll ask a user a question and they'll just go yes, or you'll ask a user a question, they'll like, hey, do you like this? And they'll be like, yeah, I like this. And I feel like an AI would be like, okay, they said yes, they like the product, cool. But I can hear, yeah, I like this. And I can push back and say, hey, why do you like this? Sell it to me, and push. And I know where I need to push because I've been doing research for almost 10 years, right? So I don't want to run the interviews, but I would love it if transcriptions actually worked, because transcriptions are very not good right now. And especially with accents, they're all trained on like Midwest American accents. So if I talk to anybody from Germany, I get like mishmash of words coming back. So I want transcriptions to work
In different languages?
in different languages. I would love it if it could translate for me, so that if Gabby's not there to translate a German recording for me, I'm okay. I could be an independent girl.
Yeah.
But also like just the act of getting the transcripts into like a mural to synthesize, that's like my biggest pain point, and I hate it, and I'm procrastinating on that right now, sorry. So I would love it if it could start doing early synthesis for me, and then I could build off of the synthesis it's done. That would make my life easier. I don't know what's in your dreams.
I fully agree with you, so I'm down on you. I feel like I'm gonna shift this question a little bit, and instead of like using the magic wand for like the tools, I wanna shift the magic wand for like where we want to be is strategically. And I think I want to use the magic wand to say that I would love to see every product team having an UX researcher directly talking at the same table with the main engineer, with the chief engineer, and with the product manager to make decisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to work in a 3-in-a-box model.
3-in-a-box model, yeah.
So
Very cool.
every team has chief experience officer. Probably that's going to run the entire show to ensure that we are human centric, human experience
Exactly. We
centric.
need more UX researchers at the table making sure
Every
that
projects, because we are at a
Actually-
very less in the size. In we don't have that luxury of having a volume of experience researchers on the plate. I think that's
yes.
fantastic thing that we
Yeah.
should have.
We're walking through that, but
Yeah,
like,
SAP. We
yeah.
have we're building toward our harmonized operating model, right? And that's
HPOM.
really HPOM. It's really shifting toward the 3 in a box. I think they're adding
Yeah.
a 4th, but like a 4 in a box working model. So SAP is shifting in that direction, which is
We are walking into
Superb. Okay. I'll just move to the next part of the discussion, and I know you know this answer, but I still want to know your understanding, because typically what happened today, we do research for every project. We forgot that we are not here to reinvent the cycle or reinvent the wheel. It is something already done and dusted.
yes.
What's your thought of reusing that, and how can I save my entire industry time?
You know I have
go
feelings
for
about
it. Go for it.
I have so many feelings about this because I've been on projects with maybe some more junior UX people, right? And there's a question that they're asking, the product team's asking the question, and the more junior people are like, okay, we have to go do brand new research. Let's go and interview people, but we also have to move really fast. And I look at them and I'm like, you know that probably like 5 other companies have done this exact research and they've probably published it. So why don't, or someone in our company has already done this research. We don't have to do brand new research. Let's go find out what's out there. We can always do secondary research. That's fine. And get the answers that the product team is looking for. But we don't need to duplicate effort. It's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our company's resources when another company has probably already invested money in getting the answers to things. So it's always best to do like a cursory search internally in like a research repository or through like talking to people, and also doing research externally, doing a secondary, like do a Google search, go look on Google, ask the question. There's probably some like academic papers out there that could answer some of your questions, and then build off of that.
Same version? You also have the same?
Not everything. I mean,
Sorry.
no. I love it. No, that's it. I mean, I think it's like what also Tyler said about like, the Indians researcher also like pushing back. And I think you also are amazing. You are so amazing, like stakeholder management. So I'm like just happy that we can, share all like this goodness that I could experience like working together with you, my friend.
Thank you. I feel like product managers sometimes treat UX researchers like we're Google. And they'll ask us questions that they could have Googled themselves, and I'll go Google it for them and be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Because there's secondary research out there, but a lot of times people don't think to like just go look outside.
And that's why we also talk about like how are you like looking into the problem, right? Like when you understand the problem, then you can frame the research questions. And this is like a very like decisive way of like you want to do like good research, like understanding the problem and understanding what is the research question. And I think that's like really good to have it aligned with the stakeholders, because then it shifts the whole research.
Cool, great. This is very specific to Tyler, to you.
Okay, hi.
You are leading this experience research in SAPs, okay? What are the things that you are running differently in your team which gives you extra edge to get the exact result? I'm very specifically asking this from your intrapreneurial activity that you are doing internally.
Oh. So what am I doing that gives us the extra edge?
To you, getting the exact result that...
I can answer this.
Oh, okay. You answer it.
I think this is what Tyler's the best with, and you're talking about is the human problem. And that's when the researchers come into place. And I think you do this great. So take it away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I also think
This is human communication.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. Human communication. Thank you.
Yes.
It comes down to it's all research is all human communication. It's all you got to manage your stakeholders, but not just be like, here's business. It's like forming bonds with your stakeholders to really understand what's important to them. And if you're connected with your stakeholders, then you're driving value for them and for the business. And then building connections and relationships with your users and making them feel comfortable, I think, is like a big thing researchers need to do. So that kind of gives you the edge, because if you can build a rapport with the users, they will give you truths that they didn't even like. They didn't think they were gonna speak today. They're like, oh, like they'll be like, here's all of my encryption secrets. Don't tell anyone. So if you make a user feel comfortable, they'll tell you whatever. But that's like human connections. That's what it is.
And that's why it was so nice that we were like relating to the last talk from last year, because building trust, what we talked last year, right, is fundamental for like all to pave the way really for impact for research, which was exactly the title of our talk. So
it was perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. I have a rapid fire section here.
Okay.
Ooh,
So we have to be short too.
Just describe yourself in one word.
Friendly.
My gosh, I hate this. I'm already stressed. I feel like, oh my gosh, I take things seriously. I'm serious. I'm so boring.
Liar. Little liar. That's the word.
I'm passionate.
That's better.
Passionate.
That's a better word.
I take things, I'm passionate.
Passionate's the right
Okay,
word.
passionate.
Okay. One movie or a book which inspired you lifetime.
You go first. I don't know.
Oh, I'm terrible with this. So I'm like, I go first. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love movies and books. The Unknown Artist. Actually, it's a book about handcraft, the difference of handcraft from Japan and Korea, that talks about industrialization phase and like how design shift this scenario, but ultimately about the beauty of imperfection. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd.
I really want to say Harry Potter.
Wow.
But I really don't want to say Harry Potter because of some political things right now. 'Cause she's not the nicest person. But Harry Potter minus the problematic stuff. But it's all about like, in theory, it's all about like breaking out of your comfort zone and like being nice to people and being inclusive, despite some things right now.
I can sense what you're really hiding.
I'm being recorded. I'm a nice person.
Okay. In your work days, what's the best time in your work day?
When I go get my iced coffee.
Okay.
I've always been
and
here.
Yeah, I guess
Come
that too.
on.
When I get to see Gabby in the morning, and then I go get my iced coffee.
When we co-work.
Yeah,
Co-work. When we are like, when we collected a lot of data and then we are jamming ideas.
just silently.
That's when the magic happens, I think, working
Those
together.
are fun. I like when we're just like
Okay.
on mural together, silently like.
Yeah.
Super.
And like, yeah.
It's fun.
What do you love about UX India?
The people.
Yes, the people. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. That was easy. Thank you.
Yeah, that was so easy.
Okay, if you're not designing, what are the other fields that you might have championed with?
Like a job.
I haven't mentioned job.
Oh.
A field that you
Oh,
will.
field. I think if I wasn't doing research, I would enjoy doing film editing.
Wow.
Like a lot of attention to detail and like creating a story. It's all about storytelling, and in research, I get to do
Super. Wow. Okay. What about you, Gabby?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I've been considering maybe doing some Ayurveda courses.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh.
To learn more about Ayurveda, because I think it's such a beautiful a know-how, and you can take care of like yourself and the loved ones. So it's something I'm considering. So
Super. Welcome to India.
fantastic. Oh, you're so lovely and calm, and I'm like, we balance each other nicely.
Yeah, we really do.
Okay, I just need one answer. Again, one word. How will you describe UX India 2025 in one word? Sing in that camera.
Oof.
One word, UX India 2025.
Fierce.
Ooh.
Which camera? That one?
Yep.
It's looking at me now. Energetic. Yeah, energetic. Yeah.
Superb. Thank you. This is very awesome discussion. I enjoyed it.
Yay.
I enjoyed this. I mean, there are few questions that I ask again later, which is just turning the curves and checking what do you guys really are thinking, doing. It was fantabulous discussion. Thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you so much, Tyler. And it is really honor to have you guys here today on UX India 2025.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you so
us.
much.
Hope
We'll
to
see
see
you
you
next
next
year.
year.
Perfect. Sure. Thank you.